Trustee Rado.
Here.
Trustee Benford.
Here.
Trustee Oliver. Here. Trustee Burgess.
Here.
Supervisor Mayer.
Here. Approval of the agenda for Tuesday, January 29, 2019.
So moved.
Motion trustee Burgess.
Second.
Second trustee Oliver. Any questions? Call roll.
Trustee Rado.
Yes.
Trustee Benford.
Yes.
Trustee Oliver. Yes. Trustee Burgess.
Yes.
Supervisor Mayer.
Yes. Since this is a special meeting called by two trustees, I'd actually like to make a procedural motion to have trustee Oliver run the rest of the meeting, as being as she was one of the trustees requesting the meeting. So I need I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Mayor Pat seconds. Any questions? Call roll.
Trustee Rado.
Yes.
Trustee Benford.
Yes.
Trustee Oliver. Yes. Trustee Burgess.
Yes.
Supervisor Mayer.
Yes. All right.
Or do you want to?
Whatever you wish. You run this.
All right, I'll take the
All right.
You can stand beside me.
Sure.
So item number 5, I'd like to make the motion to accept the resignation of William Mayer as the Township Supervisor.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Benford, Trustee Burgess. Okay, any questions? Clerk call roll.
Trustee Rado.
Yes.
Trustee Benford.
Yes.
Trustee Oliver.
Yes.
Trustee Burgess.
Yes.
Vote for myself. Vote for myself.
If you want to vote for yourself, you can.
I'll say yes. Okay.
All right.
I motion to table agenda item number 6 for the following reasons. It appears that Trustee Burgess is prohibited at this time from being appointed to Township Supervisor during his term in office as Township Trustee. I believe the only permissible way to appoint Trustee Burgess to Township Supervisor is for him to first resign as Township Trustee, then the Township Board accept his resignation, and the Board vote to appoint Ken Burgess as DuPage Township Supervisor. This can be accomplished by calling a special meeting on Monday, February the 4th at 7 p.m. for that purpose. And here is the agenda.
Okay, item number 6, I'd like to make the motion to accept Ken Burgess as the new
You
Township.
have to call for a second. You have a motion on the
You have a
floor.
motion on the floor to table the agenda, to table the item. So, by the way, the supervisor until his replaced is still a member of the board, even though we've accepted his resignation by law. So this is not.
No, he's not. Position is vacant.
That said, there's a motion on the floor to table. You have to call for a second. And
I'll second that.
I vote no.
You have to ask for discussion. For Robert's Rules of Order, you can't vote on something. You have a motion and a second, so now you call for discussion. I normally run the meetings.
If I can ask a
when Bill isn't
question,
here, so
I don't know, because I'm relatively new, if this board has ever adopted Robert's Rules of Order. This board can adopt rules if it desires. If it hasn't adopted Robert's Rules, they don't necessarily control.
We have not.
That said, have discussion on the motion, and then call for a vote.
Okay, discussion on the motion. Trustee Benford?
no township trustee during their term in office for which he or she is elected may accept, be appointed to, or hold any office by the appointment of the Board of Township Trustees unless he or she first resigns from the office of supervisor or trustee unless the appointment is specifically authorized by law. Any appointment is violation of this section is void. And I'm reading from the Public Officer Prohibited Activities Act. Any member of a board of trustees who violates any provision of the preceding sections is guilty of a Class 4 felony, which is why I said I don't believe that this agenda would allow us to do that, because based on the the Public Officers Prohibited Activities Act, it specifically states that he or she first resigns from the office of supervisor or trustee.
I'd like to see the act if I may.
Section 2A.
I disagree that this is a class 4 felony.
That's directly from the act. I didn't change it. I just printed it.
I disagree that this board cannot appoint one of its own to be the supervisor. The appointment is made. Whoever the person who is appointed immediately resigns, and there's no conflict between the two positions.
So what would your recommendation be?
I'm not quite sure what Trustee Benford wants to do. She wants to
Table.
I made a
table
motion to
the
table.
motion so that nothing will happen, and come back again on Monday to do the same thing again. I haven't seen the agenda for her next meeting. It's up to the board to decide what they want to do.
So legal advice right now is not to continue on with the vote? Is that
Well,
legal?
I have to
or-
read.
Well, first of all, we got a table, we got a
Yeah,
table,
motion on
a
the
motion to table and a second, so we got the discussion part and then we got to vote on that.
I have not researched this issue. My initial reaction would be that there's not going to be a problem. But out of abundance of caution, the board might want to table this and come back on Monday and do it again.
Or we could go forward.
Well, we can go forward. We can go forward. I mean, the board is, if the board votes to appoint Trustee Burgess as supervisor, he will of course immediately be resigning from his position as trustee.
All right, so we're through with discussion, ready to take a vote?
Can you restate what the vote's for, please?
The vote is, I'd like Trustee Benford, because this was just sprung on me. I'm not sure what she's,
To table.
I just made a motion to table the discussion. That's a standard motion.
all right, so
Motion
we'd like
table.
to,
Motion to table item number 6.
Okay. Trustee Raga?
Yes.
She has the call for the vote.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
all right, so let's call for the vote. Please be patient, this is my first time doing this, so whenever we do anything for the first time, it's never as easy as the second time, right? So go ahead, call vote, please.
Trustee Raga?
Yes.
Trustee Benford?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
No.
Trustee Burgess?
No.
Well, good evening, everyone.
They didn't agree, so they're gonna get up and walk out.
You no longer
Not
have
gonna be a
quorum.
violation of class
Before
4
the meeting is canceled, or before we have gone ahead and ended the meeting, 2 of the elected officials walked out.
The meeting was open, they have walked out, you still have a quorum, in my opinion. You can't act on this motion because you will not have 3 votes.
Right.
So you can't act on the motion to appoint, but you can continue with your meeting.
Who's the quorum? Who makes up the quorum? How many people are in here that makes up the quorum?
When we don't agree with people, it's never a good idea to just get up and walk out, especially when we're elected to be in this position. There's been a lot of times I've come into this room when it's not been the most comfortable situation. I sat in that chair because I was elected to sit in that chair by the people, for the people, to make the decisions. And personally, I am very disappointed that 2 of my fellow board members stood up and walked out that door. And I hope that in 2 years, people remember that election time.
The way I understood it, she was trying to
We're not
prevent the
doing public
commission of
comments,
crime.
Mr. Kraft. Mr. Kraft.
You don't have a meeting because there's no quorum.
We've not
Who are the
closed our-
board members?
we have
Who
not
are the
closed our
board
meeting.
members? You have to have a quorum.
I am going to pass a motion to close the, what should we do now? Because I've never had two elected officials get up and walk out of a room before. This is like a little bit like.
A quorum is more than three.
Your agenda items, you can't act on your agenda item because you need an affirmative vote of 3 to act on that motion. You can't act on that agenda item.
Okay.
You guys are free to sit here and discuss whatever you want with all these people here if you so choose, but you're not going to be able to act on agenda items number 6.
Or 7.
But we could go ahead with number 7.
You can have whatever discussion you want to have.
All
The meeting
right.
was called. It's not a violation of the Open Meetings Act to have the discussion.
Okay, so number 7 was in regards to the criminal investigation surrounding the QuickBooks conversion. There's a criminal investigation going on, and I'd like to give the case number tonight. It's number 19/211. This will continue to be an agenda item on all of the agendas going forward to keep the public and the board up to date. And that's all that I can share at this time because it's an open criminal investigation. But we will, for the sake of transparency, keep everyone updated as things become allowable for that. I'm going to go ahead. We do have public comments. So we can move on to public comments.
You don't have to have public comments because you don't have a quorum for the
Oh,
meeting.
then I'd like to make a motion to close the meeting.
There's no motion to.
So wait, we can't make public comments?
The meeting was closed.
The other, they left. They left, there's no quorum.
The meeting ended when the 2 trustees walked out and lost your
That's what we
quorum.
said.
So we've lost our quorum, so let's go
And
ahead.
what I had said to you is you were free to talk about whatever you want, but it's not a meeting anymore.
Okay.
So we're free to talk about whatever we want.
Well, let's close the meeting. So I'd like to make a
You can't vote. The
motion.
meeting's over.
Meeting's closed. Meeting's closed. Okay. All right. Meeting's closed.
He has to resign first by law before he can be appointed. If they just accept the resignation and then appoint, but they can't accept the resignation because it's not on the agenda. So just do it right and follow the Open Meetings Act. That's all they gotta do.
Do we have to sign anything?